Right now, top three, both of you, what are you hopeful for?
I'm pretty hopeful that we will find a combination of interventions that will provide have a meaningful impact on people's lives right around the world in the next 5 to 10 years.
People who've had
spinal cord injury.
Okay, so this is the work of the Pollock Trust.
It is the work, but you know, it's so intertwined with our lives.
Yeah, and you were saying as well, it's interdependent with so many different bodies of work that are going on by so many different organizations and individuals.
Yeah, but also it's not our work and then we go home and then that's it. It's
like
it's sort of our lives and more particularly I think we're in a fairly unusual position to be able to make a difference on that particular quest. Now, the timing is important because when I went blind, there were going to be bionic eyes in the next 10, 20 years. You know, it's nearly 20 years on and there's still going to be bionic eyes in the next 10 or 20 years. The 5 to 10 time frame is important. I think once you get beyond 10 years in science, you're into the never never. So I'm pretty hopeful that particularly that time frame will start to provide meaningful cures, if not
interventions.
Yeah. Everyone believes that all the scientists believe it's going to be a cocktail of interventions to provide an ultimate cure, but anything from helping someone who's on a ventilator to breathe for themselves, or someone to be able to feed themselves, or someone like me, you know, to be able to walk, or even the internal problems like bladder, bowel, sexual function, all that stuff. If we could fix the bladder, bowel and sexual function, that'd be a pretty big quality of life win.
Of course it would, yeah.
And we're gonna, I'm really hopeful that is going to be the case in the next 5 to 10 years.
Okay, so that's one very clear hope. And Pollock Trust, Run in the Dark, where I think there was 28,000 people took part in it last November.
Yeah.
23 countries.
50
countries.
50
wow.
countries, 28,000 people.
Oh my goodness, incredible.
One man and ranging from one man and his dog, you know, right up to 9,000 in Dublin. So
yeah, it counts. And I believe there was one in Belfast, which 3,000 people took part. There's a hill at the start of that run that somebody doesn't like.
We got a lot of feedback about that hill.
So Simone, before we get on to Mark's 2 and 3, what's your number one hope?
Well, I share that hope, so I won't repeat what Mark says, and I think we have good reason to be hopeful now. We just have lots of work to do, and we need lots of money to do it, and Trump has apparently just cut all the funding into paralysis science in his budget, so I'm going to New York in June to do the work towards that hope with the Reeve Foundation, and see what can be done about that, as well as our other projects. So I definitely share that with Mark.
You see, tomorrow morning when I wake up at 4:30 and I'm fishing around for my computer and I'm opening it up and you're raging at me for waking you up, I'm going to say to you, be grateful for the opportunity to wake up.